Carlton Hotels. This is the newly opened premise in Deira. This is the Carlton Palace Hotel. So we're going to have a little chat with him about his predictions for 2016 and particularly talking about the issue of crisis management. So Hosni, how does this region's hospitality sector vary from other parts of the globe in terms of its political, economic and social landscape? What makes the Middle East different to anywhere else?
Look, for example, in Europe, you do not work with this number of different nationalities, for example.
Very true.
In Dubai, or even in some destination in the Gulf, you work with at least 30 to 40 number in one hotel. You find more than 40 different nationality, and you work with them and you adapt yourself with them, and this is really an experience. The encouragement also of the government here, it's superb. They are very much involved. They very supportive, and this is give always a boost to the hotelier, and to the investor as well in the domain, in the tourism. Well, everybody is working also in one common goal, one objective.
Yeah. So do you feel that the Middle East is quite unique in that sense, that it's perhaps better supported by the authorities than other parts of the world?
Positive. Very much, very much positive. Yes, they are. And there is always sort of feedback. They ask our feedback. At the DTCM here, the government, which is in charge of handling all the hotels, and they meet on a regular basis to see the feedback from the hotelier, and they take all our comments on very considerably.
What are the three factors that you think regional hoteliers need to really consider when they're planning for this year?
First, we have to plan for the, in here, for example, if we talk about UAE and Dubai, we have different seasons. We have the low season and we have the high season. Now it's the time to plan for the summer, for example. Summer starts from June, July, August, and then Ramadan. And then, the impact also of the currency in general. That is really has impacted the inbound tourism because of the currency, the oil, the oil price also is one of the key issues that also bring down the tourism from coming. The instability in general, especially in this, well, internationally, I would say. Internationally,
it's obviously a little bit of a hotspot. Can be, but generally the international picture.
The international picture, yeah, and economic and political, international. This is negatively affecting the entire area, yeah.
How do you approach crisis management? So how do you plan ahead for different types of crisis? What's your internal?
Look, we have here, we have procedures in place, of course, supported by the government. We have manual, and we are working very closely with all the government. For example, when it comes to HACCP, HACCP is a system whereby it's controlled the food safety from municipality, and it's working very carefully and very tight control with the hotel. We have inspector on a regular basis from municipality, and civil defense, for example. Civil defense also for the fire drill. They come and check all the hotel on a regular basis. We are also requested by the civil defense to do a drill on a yearly basis. Yeah, we have department heads who are well trained, and there is a supervisor who are also well trained to coordinate all this, and we do this at least every 6 months we do. So internally, yeah. It is internally and externally. Internally with the team, and externally we do it with the government, which is the civil defense in this case.
Obviously, the government are quite heavily involved in terms of crisis management and the procedures. Is there anything that you think they could do to better support hotels and hoteliers in this region in terms of the resources they provide for helping plan crisis? Or
They are helping us in all way. Yeah.
So you feel fully supported
By the government, yes.
Now, obviously, you're celebrating the opening of this new beautiful residence, the Carlton Palace Hotel in Dera. Apart from its very convenient position to the airport, what else would bring guests and clients down to this end of Dubai, bearing in mind sort of generally the centre of gravity for Dubai is a little bit further north, and so what would bring people
To Dera.
Yeah.
Well, Dera, if I tell you the story of Dera, Dera is the cultural hub of Dubai. Dubai started from here, from the creek, where you see all these small, beautiful boats. They used to travel, to trading, started from here. And you know, it's a heritage. It's a souk where they can, all the wholesaler thing, they come from here. And in general, tourists in general, they like to combine between the beach and the heritage and the cultural, and that's why they come. And we are very close to the airport. We have a lot of USPs yes, in there.
I really like it down here, so I mean, you've won me over. And finally, Hosni, obviously you're very experienced in terms of hospitality and specifically in terms of this region, you're a little bit of an expert. So if you could give me one hot tip for 2016 for hotels, sort of like a make or break, if you do this, you're on the road to success, what would you say? What would be your hot tip?
I would be very much flexible. Flexibility. We revisit the plan which we do for the year on a regular basis to see what can be reviewed. Maybe we can correct few things, taking decision on the time. We don't delay this, and trying to look after our in-guest, open a dialogue with our in-house guests, and to ensure that they come back again and again. And we really focus on service. We will focus on service.
That's your hot tip, flexibility.
Yes.
Better go and do some yoga then. Thank you very much for your time, Hosni.
Thank you.